Hello students, welcome to the Saturday test series. As we all know, more we listen, more we learn. So today we will have ASL test. I hope you all are very much aware of the term ASL, means Assessment of Speaking and Listening Skills. I have prepared a very beautiful, informative and inspiring task for you all. I will read out a passage and you have to answer the questions given in the form of gap fillings. So listen to the video very attentively. Let us start now. The sage of science, Einstein, was sitting in a depressive and pensive mood one evening. His eyes were brimming with tears. The pain was evident from his face. He peeped out of the window of his room. The sun had set a few minutes back. The sky was filled with a reddish glow. At this sunset, he felt that it was humanity that had sunk into devilish darkness, and the reddish glow in the sky was the blood of humanity spilling all over the sky from earth. It was the 9th of August 1945. He was deeply hurt and depressed when he heard on the radio that America had dropped an atom bomb on the Japanese city Hiroshima. Today, within 3 days, another bomb was dropped on another city, Nagasaki, and lakhs of people had been killed. He had heard that the blast released so much energy that it had paled all past destructions in comparison, and death had played out a pitiable dance of destruction. The flames that broke out of the bomb were burning, melting, and exploding buildings. Scared of the heat of the bomb, people had jumped into lakes and rivers. But the water was boiling, and the people too were burnt and killed. The animals in the water were already boiled to death. The atomic energy destruction had entered the atmosphere there and had spread radiation that would affect people for generations to come and would also bring about destructive irreversible biological changes in animals and plants. As the news of the atomic attack reached Einstein, his distress and restlessness knew no bounds. He could not control himself and picked up his violin to turn his mind onto other things. While playing the violin, he tried to dissolve in its sad notes but couldn't. He was burning on the embers of destruction. His heart was filled with an ocean of agony, and tears just continued streaming uncontrollably out of his eyes. His daughter came up and asked him to eat something, as he had not eaten anything for the last 4 days. His voice was restrained and he said, "Don't feel like eating." He could not sleep that night. He was thinking how he had drawn the attention of the then American President Roosevelt towards the destructive powers of an atomic bomb. However, Roosevelt kept him in dark and made false promises. Eventually, he had abused Einstein's equation of E equal to mc square that resulted in the destructive experiments. His actions had made science and scientists into murderers. Eventually, he slipped into sleep. When he woke up at dawn, there was a new dawn in him too. The atomic threat had transformed his heart. The next day, he decided to disassociate himself from the scientific policy of the government and all governmental institutions. He decided to open educational institutions for children, adolescents, and youth. Institutions where, along with science, spirituality will be compulsorily taught. To inaugurate this institution, he had invited two great philosophers, Bertrand Russell and Albert Schweitzer. 10 other great scientists who had won Nobel Prizes in different fields were also invited. They all saw a different Einstein, not a great scientist, but a sage in him. The institution was opened by garlanding a photo of Mahatma Gandhi. While garlanding the Mahatma, he became emotional and said with a lump in his throat, "I bow down to the great man who fought for the independence of his country through non-violence. He could do so because he was a truthful man and true spiritualist." Those who teach science should be taught spirituality too. Without harmony between science and spirituality, the destruction would continue unabated. A few years after this institution was built, a Japanese delegation came to meet him. Einstein broke down in the meeting and said, "You can give me any punishment and I will accept it. Anyway, I have decided to lead my life in penitence." The Japanese were moved by his sincerity and forgot their grief. Thank you.